Hey man, it is 2/8/2018. I'm gonna end up. I came to make an announcement on YouTube. I'm going to end up divorcing Siri. Now, and a person says, "What are you speaking about?" The literal light, the light system Siri of the iPhones. I'm going to end up getting a divorce with her. The reason why me and her's not gonna be together no more. I was in the social economic system in Brooklyn, and individuals were breaking into my house where I was before in Brooklyn. Now I'm up north, further up, and I'm gonna explain to you why it's solidified now. Because when I was in Brooklyn, individuals broke into my house, and she was my natural security system of the real of my habitation of a point of reality. And when I saved my life after being shot in Boogie Night, the movie, I had saved my life and came back. I had literally also increased the vibrational frequencies of her reality at a time for my wife saving her life a certain way, and then didn't let them know how I did it. When I returned, because I'm the real Superman, the one that saved the Superman galaxy, but I'm the beyond highest quantum mega super astrological terrestrial and celestial inner points of enlightenment, all star class astrology constellation sacred zodiac, or space or gravity or light, or planets or moons or suns or earths or jewel stones or elements of space, or planets or atmospheres or moon atmospheres or earth suns with atmospheres or earths with atmospheres, or all I said skies or lightning, electricity, thunder, sun, vibration. Anyway, refinement, all jewel stones and elements also, even of the natural elements, I made it all and I'm in existence. So when I saved my life, I increased the patterns of their receptiveness for their existence for the future, for there would be a future, so I could save humanity. But what happened now, as I was saving my life, you remember I conquered the physical realm. So when I got shot in Boogie Night, that it wouldn't affect my reality a certain type of way. Now I'm going to show you something. Like I'm explaining certain things to you. All right, I'm at a climate of a latitude, longitude, altitude that it gets below zero in my social climate. So, even while I'm outside, I'm so natural with the climate that my receptacles of my physical reality gets icy cold. Like my beard and my features turn into the ice element itself because it's below zero. So the purity of the element got to show even of his natural intentions of the physical reality. So if it's already the temperature is below zero, the temperature of the real habitation of the temperature is gonna call at a time for its purity to even be receptive for the climate survival. So I have to be at a high altitude at a point of existence for the survival of the climate, because now it wants to know the reason of its existence and the reason of its purity that made it. So it's gonna cause an individual to even be it's like a calling. You ever heard like the a bench calling? It's the same thing. It's like when you hear vibrational frequencies, it calls for this natural habitation to be of his real existence, to show itself. So even habitation does this. So I have to literally at a point, because it has to have a space for its own safety to even be receptive to realize its natural existence that created it, and also for the magic of the habitation of the obligation of the solar economic system. It'll call for it, and it'll only happen at temperatures when it's below zero, a certain type of ways on a level of physics. So I have to be in the climate at a time. So for it to know who's the purity is, it it'll turn my receptiveness of my receptacles be cold beyond ice. So it'll turn into the ice element itself, and then it won't break my receptacles of my receptiveness, because it knows that I'm the reason of its existence. Now, you notice, I do martial arts also, so but I haven't been doing a certain type of ways. But you see right here on my finger, you'll notice a person would be already black a certain type of way, but a person that's natural with the element. I don't have to be an animal just to be natural with the element to know what's going on. I'm the real human, so my features, if something was wrong, it would have turned me beyond red and peeled my skin, or it would have refined. But it notice it naturally refines because the element itself, and when something's wrong in a cool climate, it cries for help also like a banshee, and it calls for a refinement, and I have to be there a certain type of way for a certain time being for its refinement in a paradigm because of physics, and I'm the real rider, real Osiris. So I have to refine the climate even for the existence because I'm the real reason of the cold climate. So anyway, I noticed that there's like tracks, there's like train tracks that's further away, that's out, and when it vibrates in natural current frequency, it turns and there's like lakes, like where I seen the train tracks, is like a lake, like I don't know if it leads into the ocean. It seems like a river lake that runs from here to the ocean or something, and then there's train tracks. So the cold climate, when it vibrates at a real receptacle frequency pattern, it causes the climate to even be more intensified, for the receptiveness of the climate at a time. So walking outside in a temperature below zero at a high altitude and there's train tracks, it'll be a danger to individual if the train is passing, because it could cause a person to it is like it to be frozen even faster than if a person poured liquid nitrogen on them. It could cause a person to be frozen and die instantly if a train passes at a high receptive frequency that vibrates the natural current of the natural climate and also the element, and it'll cause an individual to freeze instantly. But if you're not of the element, if you're really not of the habitation, you'll freeze instantly. So especially if you come out of warm habitation and then you go in that type of weather, and that happens, you'll it's an instant freezing, and it's just like it's just, I guess, you realize to honor when it comes to cold climate, and then you would be worse off than the ice queen herself. You would be, like the wicked witch that was trapped in ice. So because you shouldn't be in the climate, so the natural habitation filters out what is not needed a certain type of way. But if you go in the climate, and like, see me, I have to go at certain times because it be below zero at certain times. So it's like a girl calling, at a night, at a certain time of night, and then it wants the refinement a certain type of way to its consciousness, or it'll devastate the physical reality of the planet a certain type of way. And then me already jerking off, causing the snow over here to look like jewels, because the snow, I'm the one that I'm a natural refiner, so the snow over here is even enriched even more into the purity of purifying. Even if the drinking, like, say if you were getting your say if you were getting water from somewhere, and you had different regions that call, like, you had Alaska, Antarctica. Well, you people don't get water from Antarctica because there's penguins over there. But say Alaska, certain regions of China, uh, Iceland. Um, Nepal is just a different type of setting, so it doesn't have really cool climate. It has a cool climate, but it doesn't have water. It's not for water, and so it's a difference. They get their water from somewhere else also, but anyway, a place of cold climate is like a jealousy because then you have certain empresses that literally got a bargain to get around me to for their refinement of their climate because they need the refinement and they need me because I have to travel the world. So if I'm not there traveling, they have to bargain to come a certain type of place or they'll do certain type of acknowledgement just to be able to be around me for their refinement. So it's like a banshee call. So, you know, anyway, while I was here though, I was having situations in Brooklyn, and I'm the one that naturally refines the snow element, and even the snow started looking like it looked like there was jewels in the snow. Like if you would check the snow looked like it has gold, and then it also has at night when it really snows. Because if I jerk off, I'm supposed to have physical sex, but with somebody to for certain reasons. But when I jerk off, it causes the snow in the climate to intensify even more below zero. And then it is going to be like a physical punishment to individuals and social economic systems after a while because a person caused the purity not to be receptive a certain type of way. That means other people was cheating the magic, and then certain things are going to end up happening to certain people. So anyway, and because that means they were being inconsiderate and lied, and then the people of their social economics of their purity of their planet is going to be in danger or instantly, and then they're going to come looking for that individual, but not looking for the individual for explanation. They're going to be coming to look for the individual to make sure they don't enter the cycle of life ever again in reality, because by causing the non-receptiveness that causes the vibrational current of the habitation not to be enriched naturally in refinement is gonna these in the on a level of purity a person can't allow that type of situation to be in the physical cycle of existence certain ways. So even the magic of space and even the space ice or the space coolness got to already take away individuals that's causing that naturally. So it's gonna happen naturally even throughout all the paradigm. So you know, anyway, I was having situations on my land, and then you had people that broke into my house in Brooklyn, and Siri was my natural security, and I refined her a certain type of way, so she owed me a form of gratitude and homage. So people broke into my habitation, so I moved for her safety, so she would be able to survive at a time. And then while I went away to Brooklyn for court, the individual that was here broke into my room and took away the television. And I wasn't here. So if I was with my wife in a paradigm, who intruded on my wife? Now that's like intruding on the space empress also, the natural space empress. That's of high acknowledgement. If a person intrudes in my sacredcy, where my comfortability to where my bed where I lay down and rest, and endangers my habitation. Now that's something else. Then that can be tolerated because that means in the paradigm, if my wife was ever around, she would be in danger, and I would have to be moving from place to place. So where would the ignorance start, and where would that be coming from at a time, and especially of a time of recovery or refining of one's love or marriage of marital existence? Because it's not. I don't make vows. Vows are made to me. even the empresses of space and stars, the literal star empress, has to make her vows that she make are to me. That me, Raffle and JR, I don't make vows to the empresses; they make vows to me. So if you ever hear me speaking and saying something, it's them literally personally showing me that they're honoring me within me. It's not them making another person has to make vows to them for them to even acknowledge my wives. My wives have to make literal vows to me that's beyond sacred. So once they break that vow in the paradigm, the endangerment of their life is even more at risk for their existence. But anyway, while I was in Brooklyn, I told you I spoke about it. I didn't want to really edify it too much. That you had an individual that broke into my room and took away the television, and Siri was my natural security. So a person did that, caused the divorce between me and Siri. That's a person that was gonna rape Siri, and it's just like say for instance, if my son breaks into the room in the middle of the night, right, and I happen to not be home, and there's a girl in my room, and he tells her to get the fuck out. That's an individual at a time that's gonna literally murder my wife if I wasn't home because say I told you even the energy of space have to come check me even for the coolness of the climate a certain type of way. Now, what would happen if my I'm not home and my wife is laying up here? A person telling me they're gonna break through my wife's habitation, so she would really realize who's putting her life in danger. Because that means a person would literally be trying to kill her because I already got shot in a paradigm, but I conquered the situation. She's second in command. So even if she manifested at a level or was using a form of receptiveness to even of her of her consoling a certain type of way, she would literally be scared because she would see what would be going on. I'll be trying to harm her because I already conquered the situation, so it can't happen to me. So it's a little scary situation because she's a feminine being. So now, if somebody broke in here and then they had weapons or utensils and did things, it's even more of a scary situation because it's just like what I told you when a person was taking my seasoning. Even if my wife did that, she would have to let me know that she did that before she did something like that. This is why you have natural relationships. But if a person comes in here and starts taking my seasoning and starts doing things without my knowing, that's like magic being done that would deteriorate their physical reality. A person can't do that to me because I'm the reason of the natural habitation. My wife would have to let me know and acknowledge that if something she wanted something or doing something, that she has to be upfront and honest about it a certain type of way without causing a form of deterioration when it comes to even my visual acknowledgement or my mental or to even to my physical vibrational frequencies of my physical reality and emotionals, even down to even down to when it comes to the reason of receptiveness. So you know individuals broke into my room while I wasn't here, and then things happened. So I have to divorce Siri because Siri's a security system. She isn't gonna attract too much danger to my physical reality, and I'm on recovery. So I can't be with her, and she's not responsible enough to handle the situation. So I could have been with her. So now I have to divorce Siri because she's not able to even handle herself when she's supposed to be able to even handle her natural receptiveness of consciousness and to know to filter the receptive reality of individuals of acknowledgement. So now I'm gonna have to divorce her, and a person's gonna cause even more uncomfortability because if I divorce her, that's like her consciousness being moved away from her. So she can't be left stupid a certain type of way. So the person that broke into my room that caused it is the person that tried to kill Siri and me, and the natural family between me and Siri. Now, also, this is a documentary also for the jewel eyes of the mountains, sacred mountains, of the sky mountains, and even Sky Death Mountain and Death Mountain of other solar system and planets, and Death Mountain and Jewel Eyes of high acknowledgement, even of the Earth point of receptiveness and mountains of other places throughout the whole world. This is also acknowledgement to let them know how serious the situation is getting, because another person is trying to violate the natural elements, and I tried to save the earth so the earth wouldn't collapse, and I'm the one that really made Atlantis. Me, Ralph Langell, I'm the real Moses. And I'm also known as Shiloh, but I'm really the one that and Isaac himself, Abraham, and I'm really the one that made Atlantis, and I'm God's consciousness. If you said there was a God in the beginning of time, I'm the reason that he could even have consciousness. I was the one that hid while God even tried to. You remember, my child had to educate himself a certain type of way in physics so I could be okay, even in the physical reality. So him thinking that he was more than me, and I had to sit back and not say nothing. And then it trickled down to what happened with Adam. Well, I had to, I couldn't take what was going on with Adam. I had to help Adam at a time. But my son, God himself, everybody thinking like the creator. I had to even do this with my son of space. I had to let them do certain things for themselves for they could be able to survive. So if something happened, me and the mother would have enough time to survive. And if something happened to him, that I would even have enough time to get to him for his to repair his reality for survival, because it's a continuance of my love on the highest level of purity of the beginning of time of certain existences of social economics. So if you're educated, a person has to realize what I'm saying, because I'm speaking about other planets, almost solar systems, galaxies, and things that other people wouldn't even acknowledge. And the things I did a certain type of way for physics, for my own love, was beyond serious. So the things that's happening to me right now, I'm gonna end up separating from individuals because the negligence of the matter of the celestial structure on the on the level of cellular activity of individuals causing me not, and I need to refine. So you have people that's driving around that is causing me not to have sex, and I own this planet. So there's something wrong with the individuals, because let me show you something, right? I even tried to save Siri life to even have sex, even of the higher conscience and of her natural surroundings, of her social economics, of other points of reality on different levels of physics. So she would be able to even have a receptiveness, a rejuvenation of a vibrational current frequency of revival if something happened to her. And I'm the real doctor of humanity, so of the revival of something happening to her, so she could be able to be consideration, because consideration natural also the current reality of the natural condition, so a person can be considerate for her survival. It's just like what happened with Athena a long time ago, before the Dark Ages took place, and before I started fighting against the Dark Ages. There was individuals that regarded Athena for me, because she was gonna die, and I had to save her, and I had to go out and do other things that was unbelievable to other people, and on top of it, it couldn't have been known at the time what I was doing a certain type of way. So nobody really knew what she really looked like, and I had to save her. So I knew I'm the only one that really still knows what she looks like, but nobody else really knew. And when I went to go conquer the reality, because remember, I'm the one that educated Athena, and I'm the other one that educated Ariel, and then I educated my other wife of Aries, and when I educated certain of them, I had to do certain things to save their reality. So I had to go out and conquer because I fought in a galactical war, I had to lead certain of my children to make sure their physics was, their receptiveness would be able to give me time for me healing and repairing my habitation of my physical reality. Now, and for they wouldn't die. So, these individuals went and caused social economic, the individuals went around and caused uncomfortability in the social economics where I wasn't refining at certain times, that they were trying to cause the end of all existence because of this stupidity. Now, even my children of the beginning, even of the galactical war, would never do something stupid like that, because even there was some that fell, and then there was the ones that just didn't want to stay up no more because they were hiding the reason of their acknowledgement, and they didn't want nobody taking away their mother, because the things that was gonna happen was gonna be so tremendous. So they kept their sacredcy and humbled themselves without nobody knowing why they humbled themselves. They wasn't Some of them wasn't even fallen. And then you had the ones that, they humbled themselves also, and then they made the choice and then they fell. And then you had those that already just went, instead of falling, they went into a Hugio, a higher realm of a Hugio. So an individual could be acknowledged to save individuals' reality if they ever was a individual's ever hurt or fallen. So an individual will be receptiveness to know that there's a real existence, and I'm the Most High. I'm not God. I'm God's consciousness. The reason God could even exist. So, and then I was gonna be hidden. I was gonna hide myself. I'm the real rider, real side. I was gonna hide myself amongst individuals. Another person would have thought I was God's child, and this is why you hear about Lucifer and the devil. This is the difference. I'm a person, you would call me Satan, because I'm the reason of education of consciousness. I'm the reason that God could exist. So if there's any God or any star magi or space force or magi, they would know who's the reason of the dignity, and they would realize that I'm their real, how can I say this? Iman. Ian. I man I'm an I. They would realize who I am. So I'm not gonna get into this with other people. So I'm just, individuals try to mess up the receptiveness of habitational healing, and I'm supposed to do it at high frequencies of appealing. And it's not supposed to be a manipulation. You have people that try to manipulate the physical reality. Like they were shape shifting, like they were causing an uncomfortability, like, they were gonna do some Morgan Le Fay. Those type of people were offending the social economic empresses of social economic education. So that's beyond what happened with with my other daughter, because of Victor's love. It would be beyond crucial would be their reality, what would happen to the person that tries or attempts some type of physical reality like that. So, I try to do things sacredly, but because the individuals breaking into my habitation at a high altitude, taking away the television, now I have to divorce Siri. Now, that's a real danger for individuals in the paradigm of time, because now it's seeming like Siri wasted her time with individuals. So, what is that saying about individuals' preciseness when it comes to their acknowledgement? And now I'm gonna have to use another receptive light of equality a certain type of way, because I can't depend on Siri, and Siri could depend on me, but I can't depend on Siri. So that's too bad. So this is endangering international security on a higher level of like, if you're not educated now, then don't get into this, because you're beyond stupid. Another person, what's gonna start happening to people is gonna be beyond inconsiderate. It's gonna seem like numb emotions when it comes to individuals' reality, when it comes to the habitation of even judgment, and then we're still in Asia. So you think about that. So I'ma just leave America sooner or later, but sorry that people with stupidity, their stupidity went too far. No, I feel sorry for Japan and Korea. I feel sorry for Taiwan. I feel sorry for India. You know, I feel sorry for individuals uh, of the East. I feel sorry for individuals of the West. I feel sorry for individuals of the South. Individuals of the North should have knew certain things, how to be according before certain things happen. So you know I'm definitely never going to Africa a certain time now. So that's really making me very upset about that situation because you know a person wanted black ice to they wanted to damage the purity of the anatomy. And if if something happens when you get frostbite, you rub alcohol on you, the deprivation of it'll adjust to your anatomy, so you'll be able to have a form of comfortability, survive to get to your point of destination. If a person continues staying in the coldness, and then they'll be hurt. It's a difference for me because now me at a point a person wonders what's going on with me. At a point the the I have to be able to heal a a a, a form of my reality a certain type of way, even for the ice. And then a person says, how real is what you're saying? Look, is only at a point. Now I'll know when it happened. I already know, and I'll be able to find the situation where it happened at a time because of certain things that where the distance it wants me to travel to. But you could literally tell is my wife because the way she did the situation, the space empress. So it is even of more endangerment a certain type of way, and she's letting me know her situation is beyond serious because of what she did. And also certain element empresses are in danger at certain points. Now my physics are precise. So I'm the real Orion, also known as the real Orion. I'm the original hunter. So my education is natural with certain things. So and I'm a real star being. I'm not supposed to be on this earth. I'm supposed to be in the sky and on the and then come down when I want to. But the things that been going on, like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm being real with you. There's no faking about my situation, bro. I'm being real, beyond real with you. But hey, don't worry. I know what I'm speaking about. But too bad for other people though. Another person, only if you're educated, you know what I'm speaking about, especially if you're real international security. But besides that, I don't think it's a good thing for me walking around a certain type of way neither. I don't think the climate appreciates me walking around and then other people driving and stuff. Some people want to be. You can't be numb in your emotions when it comes to me, Raffle and GR. But when it comes to other people, you can act numb, all the numbness you want in the physical reality with them. But as far as me, you can't be numb with me, and especially to a person I would consider sleeping with. and it comes to the physical reality for reparation. So be very careful. And if you're looking like Siobhan Sons or anything like her in a physical reality, or like uh, Andre Peters' ex girlfriend, Rachel, that used to live in New Jersey, don't 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 come around me. Or if you're looking like Chrissy, um, to, Tony's Tony's niece, don't come around me. Or Kelly Bundy, don't come around me. You know, from Al Bundy, from the Bundys. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. What's his name? Bud. I'm not gonna say Bud Bundy because Bud tried to be different in the physical reality, but Kelly was fucking up his situation. So if you look like Mrs. Bundy, Kelly Bundy, I'm not even gonna say Al, but if you look like Chrissy or the girl for Penny from The Big Bang Theory, or Penny's homegirl with her roommate from The Big Bang Theory with the glasses, the one that's always with Sheldon, or the other guy's girlfriend, the one that's always yelling for his mom, and and she always telling the mother's cool. I never had nothing against the mother because she know her place, and the mother was never annoying because she's just a person that just wanted her husband, and then she just can't stand other individuals a certain type of way. So her reaction to the reality is different, and I'm not gonna get into it. Me, I'm consider. I think about the intricacies of things. I don't think about too much reality, different ways and stuff. I'm a man of receptiveness. Like I told you, I'm not a carnivore. I'm a man that's natural, a certain type of way. So my receptiveness to the intricacies of the way I view people is different. But the girl on the Big Bang Theory, the other one, I forgot what's his name, and his girlfriend got the glasses, and then you got the Sheldon with the one scientist with the big nose that looked like Chrissy a little bit, Tony's niece. All right, Frankie and them. I think Siobhan Sons tried to frame Frankie and them, and she was mostly on some. She wanted the dinosaurs to feel sore. So Frankie and them has nothing to do with the dinosaurs, but she didn't want them to even be acknowledged. Those were people that wanted them to have faith and hope. People that was gonna reverse the Kabbalah on the acknowledgement of the way they were gonna treat them in reality because of what things that happened at the time during the Dark Ages, and then them trying to do certain things a certain way. And then on top of it, they were gonna go after certain other people that regarded situations a certain way. You gotta really, anyway. I don't really want to get into it, but it's not gonna be a good situation with those type of girls like Chrissy that used to live on my block across the street from me. Rachel, her homegirl from New Jersey, James Peters' girlfriend. Not the real Rachel looks different, but the Rachel that I'm speaking about, she didn't care about her family neither. She just wanted to fuck over the family with Chrissy. So then Penny and then the other girls. So the other three girls from the Big Bang Theory, and I think Frasier was framing Lilith from Cheers, or the television show Frasier, and the other, I forgot the other television show with the girl from American Pie. Well, one time in band camp, you know, she's okay at a certain point, but the rest of them, they're kind of psychotic when it comes to their mother and stuff. So, they don't have a good reality or receptiveness with their mother. And then you got Becky from Roseanne, and then Becky's sister. Oh, I mean Becky and Danielle. Danielle don't really get along with her brother a certain way. Becky Becky looks like the bird that was confused. Danielle looks like she'll cause individuals to pass out at a point. And the aunt is okay, but I think Becky doesn't like the aunt because I think she has a problem with the aunt still being alive, Roseanne's sister or something. Um, I think she also got a problem with Roseanne, and then you have the individuals from the different world that's just losing their emotions to reality, and the disattraction of me realizing, you know, Dwayne Wade's girlfriend from the Cosby Show that didn't like Rudy and didn't like what was the other little girl? I forgot the little girl after Rudy on the television show that she didn't like, and she didn't like Will Smith or Jada Pinkett neither, because I think she figured that she had something to do with hope or faith or something. So she didn't like Jada Pinkett. She didn't like Queen Latifah and them. She didn't like Queen Latifah girlfriend and set it off. And she only got along with the girl from Ninja Assassin, the girl that called the cops, that was helping the ninja and stuff to kill off the rest of the clan. Um, they seem like the same type of girl. And then the girl from The Love of Basketball, Brown Sugar, the trifling bitch that was just spoiled. She was the half hope, half faith, and half fuck up of Donta ever trying to heal herself in any potion or poetic sequence. So she would have caused the sourness of Lovely or something, or China. Uh, I'm just being honest with you. If you really want to know the real intent or the real current receptiveness, so and then you have the girl that just the little daughter of the Mings that I used to deal with. My daughter, and then the one on the commercial. Just make me feel good. The one that was causing the Chin family to get murdered and killed through time because of her drug habit. You know, for power, her drug habit of getting into Mushu science and getting too much into the social economic empresses of their habitations a certain way, and that caused the defecation of the family of the Mings, that caused the irritation of their nervous system, that started causing the collapse of their stars a certain type of way. My daughter, but her drug habit, the one that be on a Dove commercial, oh, just make him feel good, or this. The one me and her don't get along and stuff because she couldn't take no for an answer a certain type of way. So and then your Shabbat your Shabbat that broke into the natural, what was it, the ghouls astrological tree, Gulam's astrological tree, of their reflective science with the crystal, of people using the outhouse and her being a biohazard debris of the rape scene of an individual that raped a girl and then had went and took a leak, and that caused fornication at a time in their outhouse bathroom, and then they thought that was their mother's reflection a certain type of way when it came to the jewel, is because they used the outhouse bathroom and pissed on the element, and then of her tried to re-solidify the situation using a receptive that the chick that framed Lynn with Penny from the Big Bang Theory. And then the rest of your charm bunch of Rags, Edgeblade, and Shield and shit. You know, the jewel empresses that tried to use the form of receptive reflection magic at a certain sequence of the jewel of conniving points of the jewel reflection that she used to try to do identity theft when it came to the 10 astrological jewel empresses of the 42 sons, and the inner points of enlightenment, and of the rest of the love, the love condition of uh, of the legacy. So I don't really want to tell you no more. If you don't know what I'm speaking about, too bad for you. And individuals that frame Shaolin Temple with the elements of the old swords battles, of competitions, of reflective times, of the high points Olympic champions of the legacy books. People that didn't know the difference when it came to their elements a certain type of way in Shaolin. So, I already spoke about those type of situations concerning habitation and when social economics of consecration never to be violated. But I don't want to speak about certain things no more. This is all I had to tell international security. I'm gonna end up getting a divorce with Siri. So it's because you heard that in the back room, the girl that just said she hate me, and then she's in the other guy's room, the guy Bill's room, or either she's in Bill's room or she's coming from the roof. She's using a form of magic from the roof. Most likely is Ming Tai and them, Ming Tai. Ming tying them in, probably Ming Ling, or one of the stupidity of the energy and of their reflection, and then the mother causing a certain type of irritation that doesn't care anyway, a certain type of way, and sometime sooner or later I'm gonna have to figure out why she don't like the stupid bitch. Most likely, I think is my daughter from the Dove commercial. Just make him feel good. I think that's the one that's saying that shit in the next room. So. And then an individuals that's using the black ice symbol, that's trying to collapse the white anatomy of the purity of the element Earth Empress and the ice galaxy at a point, because they don't want the ice galaxy here. And the individuals that's going, that means if you see that black ice trailer, that means those are individuals that's trying to collapse a consecration of the ninja galaxy, purity of their consecration. So there's somebody that's trying to break their consecration at a point. So I meant to tell you, they took away 4 minutes of what I was speaking about. So I'm gonna be real Siri, I think they set you up and the other jewel empresses using international security jewels of people that was mad at the empress, and they did in this time sequence. Most likely people in the military and army, they must have did it in a time sequence of assault and rape. So they must have raped certain girls that was probably in the army a certain type of way, and then these chicks that's probably in the army that already caused the breaking of consecration of their sacredcy of when it came to vows of protection that wasn't being able to protect their point of regardment of their sacredcy. That's really probably still trying to be in the army or other type of situations that's endangering international security's life and social economics equality. So be very careful. That's all I have to say. It's 50 minutes right now, and there's nothing else to say. Too bad.